Oh, hey, bud.
How's it going there, bud?
Well, it's going good, bud.
Oh, hey there, fella. All right. I see everyone has arrived. Everyone's chilling and illin', and we're ready for some D&D. I'm excited. You feeling better, Zidardus?
Yeah. Much better. I still have some congestion that's clearing out, but physically everything is operating as normal.
Okay.
Besides my nose.
Yeah.
It's a little stuffy still.
You sound slightly stuffy, but not bad. It's very minor. You sound good. You look good.
Oh, thanks.
You're
dude.
both red and blue today.
Indeed.
I don't know. Is there a story?
I have blue mesh contacts and red mesh contacts, and I put one of each in, and then I was like, what do I want to do?
Okay.
You look like classic Universal Orlando ride Dueling Dragons before they made it Dragon Challenge and then tore it down and built a whole new ride on top.
Yeah, I was going to just wear the blue ones, but with the light, the blue ones kind of like reflect it, and so it like lights up in my eye, and so it's really hard to see, so I put the red one in so I could actually see with this ring light in my face.
Interesting. I don't know anything about the Universal ride, but I kind of thought you looked like candy. Like I don't know, like a candy wrapper where it's like, I don't know. Like those dipstick thing maybe things, you know what I mean? Where you dip it in powder. I don't know, it had like a vibe that you look like a candy wrapper to me.
Yeah, I was kind of going for like a pop art candy kind of vibe with it. So I'm glad that came across.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Anyway, let's get into some Floods and Dragons, boys and girls. Really quickly, can I just get everyone to introduce themselves just for the purposes of a sound check to make sure our volumes are not obnoxiously loud and or quiet. I think we all just heard Zidardus. Did Zidardus sound okay, boys and girls? I'm gonna go with yes. I'm just gonna assume yes.
Yeah. We'll go with yeah.
It looks good on my meter. I'm trusting it. Milo says yes. All right. How about Jane Appleblossom? We just heard you, but can we hear a little more Dice Mom?
I don't know if you want to, but yeah, sure. Hi, I'm Original Dice Mom. I play Jane Appleblossom, who likes books. She is a divination wizard and a half-elf, and she is currently very angry and sad and scared.
Oh. Angry, sad, and scared.
Did you forget last week?
100%, yes.
When did she become a half-elf?
Oh, no.
I mean, a halfling, that's what I meant. Sorry, I've had a migraine all day.
Last week, yeah. Undead Cupcake.
My migraine increases.
I have that effect.
Hi, I'm Undead Cupcake. I play Jatoria. She's a Eldritch Knight fighter satyr.
All right, I'm boosting you slightly.
And she likes to stab things.
Extra stabby.
What would you do if someone stole your ice scraper for your car?
Are you asking me?
Oh yeah, I want to hear you because I boosted you.
I don't know what that is.
I would find them and then impale them with the ice scraper.
Beautiful.
Oh.
You don't know what that is, Zidardus, and hopefully you can impale him someday with an ice scraper.
Just to let you know, though, they are not sharp.
That's true.
They are not sharp, so impaling by ice scraper is an impressive feat.
But not beyond Cuppy.
Not beyond Cuppy, not at all.
I'm into it.
With
I'm
enough
into it.
rage, you can impale anyone with anything.
I agree with that statement.
Thank you. I wasn't lying. This is the truth.
Impaled on baseball bat. Yikes. All right. Well, that was Zedicus. Can I get a little Zedicus introduction for sound checking?
Sure. I am Zedicus. I am playing Braun Flowercrown, a Furbolg barbarian. He likes his axe, and he's prone to ripping things in half.
He does have a nice axe.
He does.
Huge.
Very nice axe.
Yeah.
Everyone compliments him on his axe.
Big, nice axe.
Whenever he walks into the club, the first thing people notice is his axe.
Yeah. It's got a nicely polished shaft, too.
Oh, okay.
And that's where we'll end the session. Thanks for coming, guys. Have a good night.
Perfect. All right, and I will be, of course, playing Ran Olbuck, obnoxious halfling gunslinger. He's wonderful. Never dies until Zidardus kills him. Anyway,
Or until he pisses Jane off enough.
That's true. We're probably almost friends. Not really. Let me pop into this. Make sure Roll20 pops up appropriately. Boop. Well, kind of. Apparently we left ourselves in the tavern. I legitimately, when you guys were saying, did you forget last week? I legitimately do forget last week. It feels like an eternity in my brain.
That's okay. Ran was drinking himself into a stupor, so
Yeah,
it all
this is
fits.
actually appropriate.
I'm in character!
So last week, you guys made it to the end of the dungeon crawl. Ran into big bird lady, kind of monster person, that was trying to convince you that Lashara is not who you think she is. Some of you are kind of on the fence of who really is the quote good guy here. You ended up getting Lashara. What you thought was her body turned out she was feigning death, was not actually dead. Very pampered celebrity on the way back, didn't want to stay in the woods for too long. You brought her back, went to the guards, were absolved of your previous murders in the streets. At that point, Jane was not happy with Ran at all, and confronted him. Ran was very confused and continued to walk on, made your way back to the tavern. Ran drank himself into a stupor, and everybody was kind of discussing, well, where do we go from here? And seems to come to the consensus of going to Narby, one of the largest cities in the world, where Jane is from. And then I believe I think we all went to bed, and that's where we ended.
I would like to point out that I drank myself into a stupor where I was continuing to pass constitution checks like a champion. So, stupor. I was drinking. Ran holds his liquor.
Fair enough.
For now.
What does that mean?
Did I miss anything that any of you want to add?
We learned that Ran is a very tiny dragon top. We can't forget about that. That was very important information.
Never forget. Very important.
Oh my.
Also, the reason that we were talking about Narby is there were various visions that happened where we each had some kind of vision during puzzles of the thing of our hometowns in various states of desolation or ruin. And that's part of the reason that people are inclined to want to perhaps go back, and Narby is the closest of our various hometowns. So that was part of the reason that we decided, hey, maybe we should go check that out. Rand's mostly interested because it's a bigger city and there's gambling.
Hey, see, you didn't forget everything.
Hey, you jogged my memory. It was a wonderful introduction.
Okay.
Thank you, Zidardus.
So, I believe we all went to bed at the end of the night. I might be
Not to
wrong.
quite that part, because when we got back, it was still like it was early morning when we escaped from the dungeon. Then we got back here, so we hadn't really discussed quite time.
Oh, it was kind of like midday, right?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
said Narby in the morning, but we hadn't actually passed the rest of that.
Yeah.
afternoon.
Right.
We said the
that's
next
right,
day,
because I
next morning
said
we'd do
think
it.
about what you might do for the rest of the day, kind of downtimey.
Yeah.
If there's anything you would want to do before you go to bed that evening and set off in the morning.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, who wants to go first?
I'm assuming Ran is still a little bit stuporing drunk in the corner. He's just at the bar drinking away with the bartender, ordering another, slamming it back. It's not useful going first, just continuing on what I was doing.
That's fine. Yeah, no, that's good.
Well, with Ran drunk, I'm going to stand up, walk over to him, and let him know that I'm going to go sell the gems that we picked up from the cavern and from the dungeon, because we still have all of those in our pockets.
That's true. I trust you. You just give me what you know. You got, I got
All right.
you. I'll be here.
Yes, you will be.
God, I'm trying to scroll up and find where I posted all of them, but that was so many weeks ago now.
You looking for the maps?
No, the gems.
The list of gems. Did any of you copy that down somewhere else?
I did, but I deleted it.
There it is.
I found it.
The map I do.
October 11th. Okay. So you want to go off in search of a jeweler or somebody who's willing to buy these?
Yeah.
There's a jeweler of sorts. Strago is not a small town by any means, but it's also not the biggest. So you do find a jeweler, a jewelry shop of sorts. But they also have a few other things there. It's not purely just a jewelry shop.
I gotcha.
And as you enter, there's a. Sorry, I'm dumping all my dice out. There is a.
I'm glad it was that. I thought it was pills. I was worried.
No, that's these.
I was like, Florida man, come on, not on camera.
There's an elven man there at the table. He just kind of sees you come in and greets you. Oh, what can I do for you today?
I found some gems that I'd like to sell to you today. I'm gonna pull out the gems and kind of place. I'll place all of them on the counter for him to take a look at.
That's quite a handful there. You found them, you said?
Yes, my friends and I were adventuring. Found some gems.
It's not often I have quite a pile as big as this come in that have been earned in a lawful manner.
I know, right? What can you say when you're out wandering through caverns and you find gems on shelves, on ledges?
On shelves.
Well, rock shelves, caves.
Mm-hmm. Make a persuasion check, because you're not lying technically, but he is very skeptical that you just came in and dumped this huge bag of gems on the counter. You're like, I found these. Will you buy them?
I'm using my inspiration to reroll that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's not much better, but it's better than a 1. Oh, it'll be a 5.
Oof.
1 second.
Yeah.
Right. Found, and he kind of winks. Found them. Mm-hmm. How much are you wanting for all of these?
Oh, gems.
And kind of picks up one of the pearls. These are pretty rare.
And very pretty too. Yes. How much would I know about prices of gems and things?
I'm not worried about being too meta about it. I've posted the like going price for each of those gems.
Okay.
So you can go based off of that.
Yeah, okay. I guess I'll just go with roughly what that is.
Which is?
For the pearls, I'll ask for the 500 each. Kind of,
Say it,
500.
Say it.
Okay. Pearls, very nice. 500 gold, you think?
500 for your found pearls. 500 is what I would be asking for if somebody were to purchase them legally.
Well, they
I'll
were
give
found
you
legally.
as many things are in this world. Oh, that's not good. I'll give you 250 a piece for them.
Oh, 250. Oof. That no good. That's a little low. 400.
Make another persuasion check.
Bartering with Bron.
And that's a 20. A dirty 20.
Nice.
Well, that is a good roll. He also believes these to be stolen.
Yeah.
350 is what I'll give you each final offer. And for the rest, I could probably get about 400 for them. I'll give you 350 for the rest as well.
All right, sounds fair to Bron.
Give me one moment, and I'll have to grab some coin from the back. And he heads kind of to the back room, and you can hear him kind of opening various drawers and things. And he comes back out, and on the counter, well, I don't quite have the 1,000 gold here, but I have 760 in gold, and I can give you the rest in platinum if you like.
That works with me.
So he puts down 30 platinum on the table. So you can add 30 platinum and 760 gold to your inventory, and however you decide to split that up later, you can.
All right.
Because if my math is correct, that should add up to 1,060 gold.
So 30 platinum and 700?
760 gold.
All right.
Bron's rich.
No, we are rich. Okay, never mind.
Your Florida Man references mean nothing to me.
It's the Russian national anthem. Okay. Because communism. Okay, never mind. Anyways. All right, so Bron, you've gone and sold your gems, and the rest of you.
Well, when we last left off, Jane had decided after lighting Rand's eye patch and then running out, she came back in, she went over, grabbed her books, paid for her room, her and Jatoria's room, and ran upstairs. So she's probably upstairs, just going through the rest of the books that she was able to find. Just taking her time, inspecting them. She doesn't want to rush.
Oh, bit of a cough still there. So spending the rest of the day kind of going through those books, I will send those to you, along with the synopsises of the more story-like ones, in future. Jet, what are you doing for the rest of the day?
I need to go buy some health potions.
Okay. And Jane, for the record, the next couple are all pretty full, so you're going to get through about 5 more today, but not much more beyond that because there's a lot to read.
Okay. Is there a magic items shop in town?
Yes. And as you come downstairs, you also see Jet leaving the tavern around the same time.
Okay. I'll probably move a little quickly to try and catch up with Jet and be like, "Hey, wait up! I want to go into town too. I want to take a look around and just try and get my mind off things." Where are you headed?
I need to procure some potions for health.
Yeah, it'd probably be a good idea considering everything that we do. And in the off chance that when we go to our hometowns things are bad, we might be the last line of hope.
Yeah, and I bled a lot on our last adventure, so.
Yeah, that's not good either. Yeah.
That's one way to put it.
yeah, we'll get you some health potions.
All right, let's go.
And there is a magic shop. Again, this isn't like a big city, but there is one there. So depending on what you're looking for, they may or may not have what you need. Regular health potions, pretty easy to come by. They do run about 50 gold apiece.
Okay.
During this time, Rand goes off to his room and takes a nap.
You can take a short rest if you need one.
I don't.
Okay.
But I've been drinking all morning.
Day drinking. Okay. So you do find this magic shop, and they have your potions offering 50 gold apiece.
I can buy one.
We should have more gold than that. Oh, it's because so much of our gold was also in silver from the one chest.
In silver.
How many silvers is that? I don't know the conversion.
100 silvers of gold.
Okay.
I think.
I'll still.
Oh my god, I was muted. 10 silvers of gold.
10. Never mind.
It's 10, 10, 10, 10, 10.
Okay.
Except for Electrum, the EP in the middle, but no, we won't use those. They're just annoying.
Okay, so then I'll buy 2 potions.
All right. So it's 100 gold. However you want to split that up.
Okay.
And Jane, what are you looking for?
While Jet is paying for her potions and getting all of that set up, she's just kind of looking around the shop. She's looking for anything that might catch her eye. Maybe a book, maybe, some spell components potentially. Not that she has a whole lot in the way of spells currently.
Okay. Are there there is kind of a shelf of spells and spell scrolls. If you wanted to take the time to look through them.
Maybe not. Well, actually, I think something that Jane would do would be she would go up to the shop owner, and she would maybe show the person some of the books that she took from the dungeon, like some of the blank ones that have the spells in the center, and just kind of ask and see if they have more information on what these are.
They look to function as spell scrolls. It's kind of odd that it's in a book.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
But besides that, I don't see any difference.
Okay. What? Just the functionality? Does it seem like it might be the same?
Yeah, for the most part, from what I can tell.
And another thing too, we're getting ready to probably do a lot of traveling, and she's gonna look down at her feet and she's like, I got short legs. Do you have anything to help with travel at all?
I do have a pair of boots here. That might help you out with that.
Boots?
And I pull them out, and it's a pair of boots, and on them they're very much like what is it, Apollo, with the little wings on the heels. I do have these if you're concerned about moving quicker or moving around, but besides that, I don't have much else.
I mean, do the boot. She's gonna look at the boots and be like, I don't know if my feet would fit in those boots. They look
Well,
kind of
the good thing
big.
about many magical items is they'll fit to the wearer.
Interesting.
These do allow you to fly for a bit.
Do you know how much are you selling them for?
Oh, they weren't too hard to make, but about 150 gold.
I don't quite have that right now. Perhaps another time.
Very well. If it's something that interests you, feel free to come back.
Sure, will do.
Sorry, I was just updating you guys on Ran.
Interesting.
He snores when he's been drinking.
So, you spend your day shopping, easy enough to run back into each other, either at the tavern or on the streets as you're walking around. So we'll say that you all kind of meet back up. Ran is passed out for the time being. And you all stand there in the middle of the street and stare at each other awkwardly, not saying anything.
No, Jane will go back into the tavern and probably head back up to the room. She'll let Jatoria know which room is theirs, and she'll just be like, okay, I'll probably stop by the bar real quick, get some food to take up to my room, and then I'll head up there and I'll be studying some more books probably. What time in the morning did you guys want to meet up down in the tavern? I assume we're going to get breakfast first, and I look at Jatoria before we head out.
Yes, we need enough time for breakfast. I don't know what time that is for everyone.
Well, you'll see when you wake up. And if you're not in any hurry to leave in the morning anyways, then it's not, a big deal. Anything else before you head to bed for the evening?
Rand's probably going to come back down, get food, and just kind of meander about before going back to bed again later. Nothing fancy.
No gambling
Just
tonight?
casual. Well, I mean, maybe if there's some casual games going on, just kind of hanging around.
If that's something that Rand would go looking for, then he's more than welcome to.
But he's just going to keep it chill by he's going to hang out in the tavern. So if that's going on, he'll do it. If not, whatever. But assuming just kind of a casual, keeping it chill, getting food. Back to bed later on.
Sure, there's a little bit of...
I didn't want to get into this. I didn't think there was anything worthwhile here to mind, but...
No, there's some friendly little poker games happening in the tavern, similar to when you first arrived. Go ahead. I'm gonna have you make 3 checks here for me. Go ahead and roll an insight check to read the other players.
Rand finds a game and makes his way in. Rolls himself a 16 to read the other players in the room. Eyeing them up, one by one.
Go ahead and roll a deception check to keep your poker face.
But as he eyes them up, keeps a nice straight face with a 17. Staring at them while barely moving his eyes.
And then roll an intimidation check for those all-in moments.
And then Ran Oldbuck, pushing all his chips to the middle. Rolls a 21.
Oh my god.
I hate this so much. I hate everything that's happening.
Ran Oldbuck never dies.
How much of your gold would you be betting?
Probably should have asked me before I rolled a 21.
That's fine, but do your best to not think about that.
50 gold.
50?
Yeah.
Okay. You come out with about half of that on top. So if you were betting 50, you come out with a total of 75. So you can add 25 gold.
Sick. I figured that would have been like less than half of Rand's bankroll, so he wouldn't have minded.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So Rand makes his way.
Rand making
his way
to bed.
Yep, making his way to bed. It's good.
It was a pleasure doing business with you.
Hold on.
Rand throws out one of those gold at the bartender. Will only add 24.
Nice.
Eat.
Jane and Jet planning to get breakfast in the morning, head to bed.
Yep.
And Braun, is there anything else this day you would like to do?
No, not particularly. Bronze is going to spend the rest of his day, cleaning his gear, making sure his axe is in good shape, and he's ready for travel in the morning. He's just going to do that, get a nice supper, and split up the gold between the party. So,
oh my god,
I've got that in the Discord. So,
okay.
Quick math.
Sure. If that's how Braun would go around telling everybody this is what I made, here you go. So in the Discord, you can see there how much you guys can all add from the gems.
Gem sales.
And I think, so some of you do need a long rest because you haven't done anything since the dungeon. So go ahead and take a long rest. And as you awake in the morning, birds chirping outside the windows, and all make your way downstairs. For some of you, a larger breakfast than others. And you're all there and ready to go, ready to travel. Any last minute grabs on the way out of town? You would know that the travel to Narby is about 5 days on the road, and not much to stop in between. So maybe check your rations just to make sure you have food and things like that.
I've got a ration 1 day, so yeah, definitely like provision up, I suppose. So stop.
So all rations are good for 1 day. You're gonna also have a different quantity of rations as
right.
well.
It might say.
I see.
Yeah, 1 day.
Oh, I
but
got
then
10
it'll
of them.
say in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. All right, cool. Oh, then I'm golden. Chilling.
Jane might stop by that magic shop on the way out just to see if they're open and see about those boots.
Which boots?
I see what I've done.
You see what you've done?
I see what I've done now.
You see what you've done now?
Yeah, I didn't think about it at the time.
Yeah.
But now I see what I've done.
That's unfortunate, isn't it? It's unfortunate for me.
That's
it's
tragic.
unfortunate for everyone.
How did you describe those boots, sorry?
With wings. They have wings.
Wings.
They don't have fur.
They don't have fur.
Like
No,
fluffy
they don't
wings,
have
though.
fur.
Like, are they fluffy wings? Like angel
No,
wings?
they're
No,
not.
scaly
No.
wings.
Just on
They're
a-
skeletal wings.
Got it. Okay. Just
It's goth as hell.
Yeah.
Boots with the scales.
Super fucking goth boots. They got like straps. They're platform boots. Now she's 6 foot tall.
Okay. Yeah, you stop back by, and he offers you the same price, 150.
I'm going to offer to him, if he's interested, the red-orange book that I have, book number 9. to see if he will lower the price at all. Agnazar Scorcher.
Mm-hmm. 1 sec. Just check the spell scroll costs for that. He actually. Well, go ahead and make a persuasion check. The DC is not super high for this one.
It's probably more than 3, so I rolled a 3.
Yeah.
Price went up.
No, it's a scroll, and he's very much interested in this book, but offers you the boots for 50 gold in exchange for the book as well.
Oh. Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
I'm guessing in theory that scroll is worth a lot.
That scroll is worth more than the boots.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, my guess is that I didn't really look at the spell all that much, but my guess is that's a much higher level spell than I'm even close to being.
It's a second level spell.
Oh, really? Eh.
Mm-hmm. Second level spell scroll cost would be over 150. So.
Really? Ooh.
But
I have a lot to barter with.
You trade the scroll. Give him 50 gold. Get your boots. Put your boots on. You can add winged boots to your inventory. And after a little bit of time walking, you'll be attuned to them. So you can go ahead and attune to them for now.
Sounds good.
On the way up, can Rand pick up some bullets somewhere?
Oh,
make sure he's all
ammo. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Make sure he's all looked after on that front.
Have you been keeping track of your ammo?
Not at all.
How much do you have at the moment?
None, possibly. I'm not even sure where to look, because you kind of told me not to ignore that because we weren't doing because it got cumbersome or something related to reloading. I can't remember what we wanted to do with that. So I honestly have no idea. Inventory.
I don't remember if that was... Yeah.
I haven't used it that much, honestly.
Just go ahead and spend a gold, because like ammo's not too expensive. Just spend a gold, and we'll say you're good till you get
happy to.
For a bit. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm happy to do that. I just
go
don't honestly
shopping.
know. I'm happy to change it or spend more. Or
No, it's fine because ammo is a pain to keep track of. So just spend a gold, and we'll say that Ran has enough to be stocked up for a bit.
Yep, done. That's kind of how you've been treating it, so I haven't really been giving it any attention.
Yeah, because the ammo is just a pain to keep track of. It's like every time you shoot, you got to go keep track, and an adventurer would know how much they need.
Yeah.
To be okay. So just spend a gold and you're good.
Got her.
Anybody else grabbing anything on the way out?
I'm good.
Just some snacks.
Some snacks.
Just some snacks. Some sugary snacks. Some apple snacks.
Rand doesn't want to restock on eggs.
Rand
Maybe
glares.
get a mini fridge to keep the eggs in.
A mini fridge on the back. Just like
Yeah.
Rand's gonna look for some fur for Jane to attach to her boots.
And I cast fire. I'm just kidding. I don't cast fireball at Rand.
Just kidding. Just joking.
I don't know if you
Anyway,
can
Rand is
handle
fine.
it,
He's got his
actually.
bullets and he's all bundled up with his rations and treats, snacks.
you begin traveling. You head south out of the town, knowing that you're in for quite a few days of travel here. What are you guys talking about on the road? Surely you're not just walking silently the whole time. Or
Rand
maybe you
is
are.
walking silently and like every now and again side-eyeing Jane and just kind of like, so he keeps her out. Just kind of
Jane is taking advantage of her boots of flying immediately and flying up around the height of Jatoria and Braun so she can actually like have a conversation with them at like near their eye level. She's probably like
Aw.
eye level with Jatoria and still has to look up at Braun a little bit, but she's just like enjoying having a conversation with them and keeping her feet like from being sore for a little bit at the start of the trip.
That's cute.
I love that for you.
Yeah, me
So-
too.
Ran bubbling
Let's-
along behind.
Let's talk marching order. I know this appears to go east to west, but it is what it is.
Also,
we'll
pictures
s-
again. Wah, wah.
I mean, if you need a path through the forest, why make multiple paths through the forest when you could just use the same map?
No, no.
No, he's talking about the
pictures.
character picture.
Oh, sec. I can fix that.
Alert. Alert. Ironically, Jane is the only one who gets me.
Not even remotely true.
The long journey from Strago to Nalby.
So we'll say you're heading from left to right. Rand's trailing in the back. The other three of you place yourselves ahead of Rand wherever you like in whatever order. Knowing that the way can be dangerous traveling through the wilderness.
What? No. Major city to a major city. What could go wrong? Probably well traveled. Perfectly safe.
Strago's by no means a major city.
Looks big on the map. It's all pretty.
They're all big on the map.
You know, Strago gets that a lot.
Is that is that how far back you are from them, Rand? I just kind of put you towards the back there, but if you'd be a little bit
I was thinking
closer,
more
you
like
can.
that, but
Yeah, I was gonna say because that's about.
I was gonna say they
15,
went
20 feet.
way ahead of me. I was like, all right, fine. Damn.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
I figured I was straggling a little, but like not that hard. Because they're walking along talking, she's flying up, and Rand's kind of just like, all right, fine, I'm back here. I don't really want to talk to Jane anyway. This is son of a light my patch on light and baloney.
Suddenly off to the side over here in that direction, you guys can hear the cracking and breaking of branches, almost like trees are being knocked down and falling.
How long have we been walking for?
At this point, a few hours.
You'd be like, did we just walk out of town and already some shit's going on? I was like, holy moly.
Jane is gonna like fly above the trees and like perch herself on top of the one closest to the road to see if she can like scout ahead what's happening over there.
Okay. Make a perception check.
$19.
As you look, one of these trees, like you can see the trees parting that are being knocked down, and you can see a treetop moving towards you as these other ones around it are falling.
Rand's gonna catch up in this time, I'm assuming.
So it just looks like trees are being felled coming our direction.
Yes, but so like the trees are being felled coming in kind of across your path. But in the center of these falling trees is what appears to be a larger tree moving.
It's an ent.
Oh. I'm going to call out to the tree and say, hello there, and I'm gonna see if it responds it to me in common at all, and then I'm gonna move on to Elvish, then Gnomish, and then Halfling in that order.
It doesn't respond, but it begins as opposed to kind of moving across your path. It is now moving towards you.
Can I see any sort of discernible facial features, or is it just tree?
As it gets closer, first roll a nature check for me.
That's a 15.
You've heard of things like treants and know that they're not necessarily hostile. And you're kind of expecting to see that kind of thing, you know, this large trunk with kind of this old face on it. And as it gets closer, you begin to see vines oozing, and there's not a face that you would expect. It's almost grotesque, and the vines are just moving and wrapping around this form as it's barreling towards you.
Ran, what do you see up there?
I'm going to fly down and go over to them. And I'm just going to say, it looks like a treant, but he looks wrong somehow. He doesn't look, stories, they make them sound grandfatherly and kind, but he looks, I don't know, infected? He looks wrong. And I don't know what language he speaks, but he didn't speak any of the ones that I speak, so...
We didn't answer you any of the ones you speak. Rand pulls out his gun.
Fair enough.
And at this point, you guys can hear the loud of the footsteps coming towards you.
Rand's gonna pull back and kind of get some shelter beside the tree with his gun because he's like a little nervous, making sure he's prepared.
Oh, look, it's a baby! It's not a baby!
They grow fast. They grow up so fast.
They grow up so fast in a blink of an eye. Everybody go ahead and roll initiative.
Zardardus Fertilizers. Sorry. Initiative.
And give me 1 second before you start shouting them out at me to start the encounter.
No. Everyone yell now.
Okay, I have it up now, so it's
Just
fine.
kidding.
Jane.
7.
Oof, Jet.
Or
Oof. Braun. You're muted.
You're muted, Zed.
Aha!
Sorry, 15.
It's usually me. Oh, not bad. Ran.
13.
It's not bad.
Lucky
Let me
13.
roll. Let me roll for him.
It's a boy tree.
That is a natural 1 -1
Wow.
Nice.
for a dirty 0.
It's a big, slow tree. Grows up fast, but makes decisions very slow.
Technically, it hasn't done anything hostile to you yet. Do with that what you will, but you also do see this big, grotesque tree-like form coming at you. So, one can probably assume. Braun.
I'm first going to, before I engage, I'm going to try shouting at it in giant. See if it recognizes a language of larger people.
What are you shouting out?
Right.
Wait, Braun is the Lorax. He speaks for the trees.
Yeah.
Yes, I
I was
do.
like, why are you using giants?
I do.
I was like, doesn't he just talk to trees or some
But,
shit?
I mean, true. I do have that.
free magic.
Sure. Let's go with, yeah. What's that again? Sorry, I'm just trying to remember where that is. No, yeah, I'm just going to use my speech of Beast and Leaf. Try and talk to him as tree. And I'm going to start by yelling out a greeting. You know. Just like, "Ho, tree brother. Why, what are you doing? How's it going? Why are you here?"
All of the things.
Yeah.
I think you're muted, Siddhartus.
Oh, yeah, there we go. I wasn't talking yet, but I was. It does kind of turn towards you, almost as if it hears you, but it doesn't seem to have much of a physical or audible response.
I'm going to shout again as I move a little bit down the road. Kind of like slowly approaching it and getting into like just like the yeah. Just, slowly walking up, shouting the greeting again.
Okay. At that point, I'll call it your action, but go ahead and make a persuasion check. With advantage, I think, because that's part of the thing.
Yeah, I do. That's a 17.
Okay. All right. Cool. Anything else on your turn?
Nope. That's it.
Okay. Next, I believe, is Ran.
Rand's positioning himself back behind this, and the tree still, as I suggested earlier, RP-wise. I'm just kind of trying to find a little like half cover behind the tree, pistol out, just waiting to see what happens next.
Okay, so you're just trying to like line of sight a little bit behind
Line
the
of
tree.
sight, a little bit of cover, just kind of eyeing up the situation, pistol at the ready.
Okay.
But I don't plan to speak to it.
Are you holding any actions?
If it seems like if it attacks a friend, I will shoot it.
Okay, so holding a shot for a hostile attack. Got it.
Yes.
Wait, Rand doesn't have any friends. He has drinking buddies.
Drinking buddies, that's right. I apologize. Any of my nearby acquaintances whom I have drank with.
Oh my goodness.
And it will be a forceful shot, by the way. If it happens.
So to use your forceful shot is a bonus action, isn't it?
It's a trick shot. I don't think so.
Is it not? It's just a feature. Yep. Okay. You're right. That's fine. You can hold a forceful shot.
Uses grit points.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll let that happen. Okay. Jane.
Jane is going to kind of stay where she is on the edge of the road, kind of keeping an eye on the tree, and she's going to cast Mage Armor on herself.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Jet.
That's it. Boost with the fur.
Gonna move to the side of the road as well, and also cast my Mage Armor.
Okay. Anything else?
Wonder Twin powers activate.
Yeah. No, that's it.
Okay. One, two, three. Well, it can't go through that tree. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It is now right in front of you, Braun, but doesn't appear to have what would be its eyes on you. It's looking past you at the 3 other people. And it's your turn.
All right. I am going to, from beneath its feet, be kind of looking up to where I would expect its head to be and shout at it again. Because it seems a little confused and not here. Just trying to see if I can pull it in and get its attention.
What are you saying?
Three brother, down here. Why are you here, so far from home?
It doesn't respond. Make another persuasion check, though.
11.
So previously, it was kind of looking past you, and it seemed like it was going to move past you towards your allies. But in this moment, when you're right in front of it and you're shouting at it again, it kind of looks at you, and it's just staring at you. Anything else on your turn?
Yeah. Do I notice anything wrong with it now that I'm closer to it than Jane was earlier?
What do you mean by wrong with it?
Because, well, Jane said it looked not right, like it was infected. So now Braun is looking for some sort of signs of infection or something that would not normally be on a tree. Right? You know, like some
roll.
signs.
Okay, yeah. And I was just helping me decide the roll here. Go ahead and roll a nature check, since that's what you're looking for.
14.
You've heard of treants, and this doesn't necessarily look like a sick or corrupted treant. This is an entirely different thing.
Oh, okay.
This is some sort of foul monstrosity of plant life.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I'm going to convey that to the party. Guys, this not treant. This is something different. Something
This is not good guy.
not good. Yeah. Braun is good guy. This is not good guy.
Tree monster's a monster. Got it.
Yeah. Love it.
Ran levels his gun.
Speaking of Ran, your turn.
Same situation. I yelled back, "Tree monster's a monster." Got it. Holding my gun, waiting to shoot. Just seeing how this all plays out.
It's continuing to hold your action.
Mm-hmm.
Jane. Jane.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Okay.
I am going to just try to see if I can like distract it by casting light on my cloak to see if it notices what's happening.
Make yourself the bait. I like it.
I mean, yeah. I'm willing to do that.
Ran approves.
I want to see how it reacts when I light up like a Christmas tree for all intents and purposes.
You cast light on your cloak, and it is daytime, so it's not like it is in the dark. But it does glow a bit, and it doesn't even seem to notice. Like it doesn't even see you out of the corner of its eye do that.
Okay, that is good information.
Anything else?
Nope, I am good.
Jet.
I'm gonna kind of step out into the road a little bit and summon my daggers. And then I guess I'm just waiting to stab. put them on hold.
Okay, so you're holding a thrown dagger
Yes.
for it to attack somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Great. It's turn. Speaking of attack somebody,
There we go.
Braun
Yes.
does a 24 hit.
Yeah.
And you are not raging yet, correct? Oh, that is trash damage.
Not
6 bludgeoning damage as one of these branches comes down and slams into your side. But you're kind of ready for it and brace yourself, so it doesn't do a whole lot.
All right.
And on that, Ran, take a shot.
Yeah. Am I actually in range? Oh yeah, I would be.
You should be. It's only about 30 feet.
Yeah,
40 feet.
I'm good. All right, revolver, boom. Ooh, 14.
14 to hit. You fire off the shot that you were holding, and make sure you spend your grip point as well. You fire the shot, and it kind of goes through the leaves, and doesn't seem to take parse.
Curses.
Jet, you were holding a dagger. Go ahead and make your attack.
22.
Ooh, go ahead and roll damage.
7.
Almost did 70. Yeah, so you take your dagger that you're waiting for and you throw it, and it just kind of and sticks into the wood. Okay. Now it's second attack.
Speaking of, I totally forgot to do that, but it's my bad. I forgot to do it, so
Do a
second attack.
with your held actions, you only get one.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
On your turn, you get 2, but as your held action, you only get 1.
oh, because it was a hell. Got it.
Yep. That is a natural 20.
That's definitely gonna hit.
Yep. That is.
Damn it, I knew I should have used one of my portents on this. I was feeling like I should throw it out, but
That is 16 bludgeoning damage.
Right.
And as that second branch comes down, it wraps around you and picks you up. And as it does, picks you up, and where that face would be, a large, oozing mouth opens and drops you into it.
Oh. Okay.
Make a strength saving throw.
That is a 21.
Okay. So as it drops you and the mouth begins to close around you, you brace yourself against it and manage to fight your way out.
Oof.
But you're caught by that branch and you are now grappled by it.
Okay.
So you are in its loving arms.
I just died in its arms tonight.
I hope not. Jesus.
You shouldn't be so
Braun!
happy about this.
Ran looking on in horror, screaming, Braun!
And it's back to you, Braun.
All right, now I'm going to rage
Okay.
because I'm kind of in its mouth.
we get the new
You-
table. We get the new table.
You got it. Yes.
So you
Sorry,
are,
I'm
you're
just
not
really
in its
excited.
mouth anymore, but you are grappled. That one branch is wrapped around you. And grapple just means that you can't move. You can use your action to try to break the grapple if you like, or you can just stay wrapped in its arms and make your attacks normally. But because you are grappled, it's going to be easier for it to try to eat you again.
Makes sense.
But let's hit that table first.
Yeah, well, let's hit that new table.
1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
It is a 4.
Ooh.
Did they change the rage table?
So
He's using a D21 instead of the
we've got
D8.
a custom table that's D20 now. So this is a 4. And so 4 is flowers and vines temporarily grow around me until my rage ends or until I trigger another wild surge. The ground within 15 feet of me is difficult terrain for my enemies.
Nice.
So he okay. So you are grappled by him, but he's also not really going anywhere anytime soon.
Yes.
All right, dope.
Yeah.
They're at a standstill, you might say.
Boo.
So
I deserve that.
So that would be my bonus action. So for my normal action, I'm going to try and break the grapple.
Okay. I'm gonna make a strength save.
An 11.
You push as hard as you can, and it rewraps around you. Anything else?
Well, I can't move, and that was my action, so I think I'm done for now.
Okay. Randall, but
I'm going to move as close as I can without using, like, before it's an action or whatever. Right?
yeah, what's your movement? 30 or 25?
Yeah.
So that's 5 hexes.
All right. So we got 5 hexes up, and I am going to. I'm gonna try shooting it again.
Go for it.
Yeah, just regular shot. Boom. That'll be an 18.
Yeah, that hits.
For 16 damage. Running up, Braun, and like leveling the thing at the trunk and just.
Yeah. And as you do, the bullet pierces and some splinters don't really go flying out because this thing is kind of covered in this gross ooze. It kind of hits and like, and then begins to like slide down the trunk.
I feel like I gotta go with the axe, but I'm gonna shoot him again. Because Rand was upset and that grabbing
It
Braun.
seems like it did all the damage it was supposed to do. It just didn't really like explode out from the bullet. It just kind of like
Got
yeah.
it. All right. Well, Rand pulls that trigger twice.
Do it.
16.
Yeah, that hits. Go and roll damage.
For 13 damage.
Nice. Yeah, and that second shot impacts, and it's the same kind of, and there's just like this ooze kind of running out of these bullet holes now. Anything else?
No.
Okay. Jane.
All right, so this thing, I'm taking it to not be super duper intelligent. Maybe that's mean of me, I don't know. But I'm going to cast Tasha's Mind Whip at a 2nd level. At the creature has to make an intelligence saving throw of 15 or better.
That's a 7.
Tree real dumb.
Well, I didn't roll very well, so it gets 8 damage. And
What kind of damage?
give me just a second.
Is it psychic or piercing?
Hold on, I'm looking. Psychic damage, and it cannot take a reaction until the end of its next turn. And on its next turn, it must choose whether it gets a move, an action, or a bonus action. Only gets 1.
Anything else?
No, I'm good.
Okie dokie. Jet.
I'm gonna summon back the one dagger that I threw, and then throw another one.
Do it.
16.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
4.
Okay. And you're going to throw your second one?
Oof. 9.
So the first one you throw and it sticks into the wood, and the second one you throw, and similar to what Rand's bullet did, it kind of flies through the leaves and branches and lands on the ground pretty far behind it there. Anything else? I think that's your bonus action and action. Any movement?
Nah, I'm good.
Okie dokie. Well. It is going to attempt to drop you into its mouth again, Braun. And I need you to go ahead and make another strength save.
What I believe, yeah, I've got advantage now because I'm raging. So that's
Oh, is that 2 10s in a row?
yeah.
Oh, buddy.
Wait, can I give him my inspiration?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to do that.
Roll one more.
All right, one more time. That is a 26.
Hell yeah.
And we'll get some spicy flavor on that because that's a really high roll. So as it drops you, you kind of do the thing where like its mouth is opening and you land your 2 legs like on opposite sides of its jaws.
Okay.
And as it closes, you kind of backflip off of it and land back on the ground instead of in the branch that was grappling you. So you're no longer grappled because that was a really good roll.
But only because Jatori was cheering you on. That's what gave you the ability to make. Yeah.
Yeah. All thanks to Jatoria.
Love it. And it's your turn, Braun.
All right. It's my turn. And now that I'm out of its grasp and raging, I'm going to pull out my great axe and swing at it. And, just chop at these branches.
Go for it.
That is a natural 20.
Yay.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Yep.
Braun is not happy.
No, I am
Mhm.
not.
And he's covered in flowers.
I am. And that
is
is 29 damage.
Jesus.
Chop it down.
God damn. Okay.
Yeah. Braun is not happy.
Second swing.
That's another 20.
Another natural 20.
Another natural 20.
What the fuck? Yeah. You go ahead.
Absolutely incredible.
And 10 damage for that one. Which
What is that? Like minimum?
Yes, that's a 2
Almost
and a 1.
minimum, yeah.
That only. Ouch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ow. That's.
Yeah, that one hurts.
I had to pull up the dice to like make sure that it rolled it right.
I know. I saw that too and I cried. But
that first chop, you just straight through like one of these roots that's acting as its legs. You just chop one of them off.
Mhm.
Luckily, it has more than 2 legs, so it's for it. It's fine, but you definitely do huge chunk of damage with that.
Yeah.
On his second chop, some of the flowers that are coming off of Braun kind of droop a little in sadness.
Ranald Buck.
Ran, deeply impressed by the chopping, just keeps shooting, firing away. May as well.
You did your first one and then 2 more, so you have 3 rounds left.
17.
That hits.
10.
All right. Very similar imagery as your bullet kind of impacts. And now there's kind of ooze flowing out of multiple places where these daggers have stuck in. And now the leg, there's like a puddle on the ground where one of those kind of
Sap
leg
everywhere.
roots has been cut off.
All right, shooting again. Boom. Bang, bang. 28.
Oh yeah.
I kind of
Nice.
figured. And 18 damage.
It's not looking good.
Brand.
The leaves that are there are starting to fall off onto this ooze and they're just kind of like drifting down on the body. It's not look good.
All right. And Ran will, spin his gun real quick and blow the smoke off after the 2 shots.
Okay.
Yep. If that's a bonus action,
Jane.
it can be. I'm fine.
Unless you have a bonus action. I mean, that's just like free flavor interaction.
Yeah. Just joking.
Jane.
So Jane is going to, because this tree is being aggressive, she is going to cast Firebolt
Okay.
at the tree. And I'm just gonna go ahead and use my Portent 11 to give me 18 to hit, because I know that'll hit.
Okay, it hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Well, that's gonna be 5 damage. And it is fire damage.
Mm-hmm. And so you fire off this firebolt, and this ooze that's coating its form, it kind of impacts and sizzles a bit, but it doesn't seem to have the full brunt of the spell that you casted.
Interesting. Okay. That was more science, by the way.
Science.
That's a fun way of saying it has resistance, kids.
Yeah,
Oh.
exactly.
Yeah.
And that was a fun way of me testing out its resistances, because I had a thought, but I wanted to be sure.
Yeah, it's covered in this kind of like oozy, slick liquid. So, anything else?
Nope. That's all I'm gonna do.
Jatoria.
I'm gonna summon back one of my daggers and throw it at its oozy vine face.
I believe you can summon both back as your bonus action, so you can get both.
Oh, I thought it was one. Okay.
Let me double check. You can have up to 2, and as a bonus action, you can summon to your hand. It doesn't say that you can only summon 1 back, so if you have 2 bound to you, I'd say you can summon both back as your bonus action.
Right, sweet. Then I'm gonna do that.
Yep. Go ahead and make that first throw.
16,
Yep.
4,
Okay.
14.
Just misses as it clips like some of the ooze and bark and just kind of skids off the edge. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Braun. 2 attacks coming at you. Dirty 20 for the first one,
That'll hit.
and a natural 20 for the second one. Oh, we're just going at it.
Oh, yep.
You are not happy with this tree, and it is not happy with you.
No, not at all.
The first one is 15 halved because of rage, so 7 bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
And the crit halved would be 8 bludgeoning damage. And on that second one, that branch wraps around you and picks you up. Go ahead and make a strength save.
All right. 22.
22. It doesn't even get you to its mouth this time, as you just break out of the branch as it's lifting you up off the ground, and you just fall about a foot and land back on your feet.
Perfect. That's what I like to hear.
And it's to you, Braun.
I'm pretty pissed, so I'm going to swing at it once again with my great axe.
Hell yeah. Don't forget, if you want to attack recklessly, you can.
Oh, wait. What does that do?
Reckless on a melee attack, on your first melee attack, you can decide to attack recklessly. It gives you advantage, but it also gives things advantage against you until your next turn.
Yeah, I'm totally going to do that.
So, yeah, okay. I want you to make sure that you don't forget that you do have that, so
Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that one then. I did forget.
go for it.
So with advantage, That's a 22.
Yeah, it hits.
For 13 damage.
Okay. Next one. This continues with advantage. Your reckless is until the end of your turn, so.
Till the end of my turn. Perfect.
Yeah. You choose on your first attack to reckless, and then all of your attacks are reckless. But then everybody has advantage against you until your next turn as well. So
makes sense.
it's kind of a
double-edged sword.
Yeah. I gotcha. So that second one's gonna be a 27.
Yeah, definitely.
For only 8 damage.
Only 8, but only 8 is enough. How do you want to kill this thing, man?
Well, Braun's gonna start by swinging and chopping out all the legs it can. And then as it starts to fall, he's going to climb up the tree as, you know, so the tree's just like falling over. Braun's just going to start running up it with his axe. And then with the final killing blow is just going to be a straight two-handed chop down right into his face.
Nice, you do. And once you kind of get through the outer layer of bark and wood, it almost turns into like butter. And you just slide all the way down. And your axe catches back on the bottom as you pull it out. It kind of banana splits like open. And that ooze is now gushing out onto the floor, and the dirt has covered your axe. And let's take our quick break here with the imagery of banana split tree with, I assume, lime jelly.
Lime jelly?
It's a thing.
Lime jelly, green slime.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
You guys say that so matter-of-factly, as of like, oh yeah, obviously.
I'm like, pardon? What?
Have you guys never had like electric green lime jelly before?
No.
No.
Oh.
Sounds like a Slurpee flavor.
I mean, it probably could be.
I'm just picturing the slime from like old school Nickelodeon.
Oh, nice.
Okie dokie then. So in the middle of this path is now this split tree ooze flowing out onto the path in front of you. What's your reactions? What do you say to each other?
Well, Ron, after sliding down off the thing, he's gonna take his axe and kind of clean it off on the body. That was not a nice tree, he says as he kind of, like, you know, stretches out, clearly a little bit sore after being grabbed and dropped in mouths and crushed.
Ren's gonna walk up to inspect the remains as well and just be like, what in the heck was that?
As you walk up, Jane's also walking up and on the opposite side, and she's like hesitant, but she eventually puts like a hand on the cleanest part of like a branch that she can find without any ooze, and she starts casting identify on it as a ritual.
So we talked about that last time. Can you read that spell to me again?
Sure. Oh yeah, I guess so with the creature I've
also lost the D4, and that's terrifying.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
If he doesn't find it with his eyes, he'll find it with his feet later, and that's the
exactly
word.
what I was gonna say. I'm like, you'll find it later when you're walking.
So if I touch a creature throughout my casting, I learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it. So I don't really like.
Yeah, it doesn't tell you what the creature is. It just tells you if any spells are affecting the creature.
I mean, I would also like to know if there are any spells affecting it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure that you know before you do it.
Yeah.
Sure, so you go ahead and do your identify.
Identify magic. Ron's
What are
gonna
you guys
poke it
doing in
with
those-
Ron's gonna poke it with the barrel of his gun. Why do you think he got so angry?
That is a good question. He didn't seem to know what was going on too well. He just was here and saw things in its way. And then I'm gonna kind of like look around or walk around the tree and see if I notice anything. Not that I'm expecting to see anything. It just kind of looked like a tree.
Jane, while she's casting this, is just kind of be like, we could probably follow the trail of broken trees back to where it came from.
Do we want to?
That is a good question.
One of those was enough for me.
Rand nods vigorously.
Bron too. Bron's going to feel that in the morning.
Gives him a little pat on the knee. pat. Rand sits and reloads his gun while Jane, casts her spells.
It was a nice
I
aim
know,
you guys
we
had.
almost had to have Ran reload in combat for the first time.
I know, right? Had one left.
Yeah.
It's all I needed.
Jane, you don't get any spells back affecting this creature.
Okay, so it was just quote unquote naturally like this.
Yeah, but they're right, quote unquote naturally, the same way that, a beholder would be quote unquote natural.
Right.
So it's a monster.
So it's definitely some sort of monster.
So Jane will just kind of stand up and she'll just be like, yeah, doesn't look like there was anything spell-wise afflicting it, so it was just like this. It wasn't, enchanted with anything, or this is just how it is.
Mm. Mhm.
Well, as long as we don't run into more like it.
Very true. Do not want to deal with more bad tree.
That's right. No bad trees.
No
So-
bad tree.
Zidardus, how long did you say we had been walking previously?
A few hours.
Okay, because my boots of flying only last for so long until they have to be charged up again. So...
Right, you have, I think it's 4 hours before you have to wait.
Right. And then they gain back 2 hours for every 12 hours they go unused. So I'm going to work on charging them now, and Jane's just gonna look at everyone and be like, I think in the future what I'll do is when I use my boots, I'll try and fly as high up as I can and kind of scout for anything that we might encounter, because these roads are apparently a lot more dangerous than I remember. This would have been the road that Jane would have taken to get to.
Most likely.
Yeah.
And roads have their dangers, but this was
Usually it's
definitely an
hijackers.
odd.
Yeah.
This was definitely a very odd occurrence. But you've also seen very odd visions, so.
I don't know what else we can do. I think we just keep going.
So Jane is going to, not that this will probably help very much, but she's going to reach into her bag and she's going to hand Braun one of her potions of healing.
Are you sure? You don't have to spare healing for Bron. Bron will be okay.
Just take it. It'll be fine. I'll be fine. I still have one left.
Are you sure?
And when we get to Narby, I'll buy some more.
You don't have to, but if you insist.
She just nods. Another thing that Jane wants to do, because she is a curious halfling, is she is gonna take out her iron pot. And can I assume that the iron pot has a lid on it?
Sure.
I'm going to collect some of the goop from the tree in the pot. Not a whole lot.
Gross, but okay.
I'm curious. I want to learn. I want to know more about what this thing is.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
The pot can hold a gallon of liquid. She is only going to take like maybe a couple of ounces.
Okay. You don't have any vials or anything?
No, I
Mhm.
thought about that. I was like, oh, I should have picked up some vials before we left, but
You know what? Is Braun taking that healing potion?
Yeah, I like that. Clever boy.
Sure, Braun will accept the healing potion.
Yeah, but is he?
but like,
using
are you consuming it now?
Yeah, that was
Yes. If you
'Cause
are
I
giving
know-
it to Braun, he will consume it now.
okay. So you do have that vial then, if you wanted to use that instead.
Sick. I will use a vial instead of my iron.
A little
pot.
less spill prone as well. So Braun, go ahead and roll. It's 2d4 plus 2. And then you can add a vial. And then in the custom notes on it in your bag, Jane, just put like strange green ooze for now.
Cool.
And you guys continue walking, still kind of pondering what was that? That shouldn't have been here. And the sun begins to kind of dip down below the tree line as you get ready to set up camp. I think we did 3 watches, so we'll do 3 watches again. If you guys want to decide what order you'd like to do that in.
I can go first.
Braun's gonna ask to sleep a little bit before he has to watch.
Well, I can take the second watch then.
I guess I'll wake up early.
Okay.
Rand tucks in.
And Braun, are you going to take any of them, or are you going to sleep through the night?
So Ren's taking third watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it was Jet, Jane, Ran.
I'll sleep through the night then.
Okay,
If
sure.
I don't want to help, yeah.
You don't want to talk to them. It's fine. Okay. So set up your camp. First watch comes. And it's beginning to cool. It's heading kind of into that autumn season. It's a bit breezy. And Jet, you can hear the sound of owls. Wolves far, far off in the distance. Not a threat to you. What are you doing during your watch? Besides watching.
Gonna rummage around nearby for some flowers.
Make a nature check.
$22.
You find some flowers and you're very confident they are not poisonous or anything like that.
All right. I'm gonna pick a bunch of them and put them in my hair.
Aw. But Braun's the flower crown.
It's not a crown.
They're just in there. Damn it.
It's got competition now.
Okay. So yeah, your watch goes smoothly and it's dark, so it's a bit hard to see. But with the flickering fire of the candle, the flickering fire of the campfire, still redundant. You do find some little flowers. Let's see what color they are. They're red, and you put them in your hair. The blood of angry men. And you do kind of put them in your hair a bit. And you start to get a little bit sleepy. And go to wake up Jane.
I'm gonna like nudge her a little bit gently on the arm.
She's just laying there and she's clutching one of her books. Like she was reading it before she went to sleep, and then she just kind of curled up with it, holding it in her arms. And
That's
she's
adorable.
gonna be like, huh, what? Oh, hey, Jatoria, is it my turn to watch?
Yep. I'm sorry to wake you up, but it's your turn.
No, it's okay. I wasn't having a great dream anyway, so thank you. Was everything okay? Well, I was asleep.
Yeah, I didn't see or hear anything. There were some wolves, but they're pretty far away, so.
Oh, okay. Well, that's to be expected. We are kind of in the forest. All right. Have a good sleep.
Thank you.
Similar sounds through the night for you, Jane, as it begins to cool off even more. What are you doing during your watch?
Jane is tempted to do some perusing of her books during this time, but she's also very weary because of what happened earlier. She's very suspicious of things that are happening in the world, and so she's trying to be as alert as possible. So she's probably just sitting kind of in the middle of the group and just listening and watching for wherever she can. She probably picked up a sizable rock and cast light on it so she has more vantage and view of things in the surrounding area, and is just being ultra aware of what's going on.
And as you're kind of looking off in the distance, in the dark, for a moment, the campfire kind of catches your eye and you look. And you're like, what the heck is going on? You swear you saw a bright flash of green. You turn to look at the campfire and everything seems normal. It's weird.
Jane's gonna stand up and kind of move a little bit closer to the campfire and kind of warm her hands and look kind of suspiciously at the flames.
And there's this almost poetic kind of reflection of the flame in Jane's eyes with that image of your city burning to the ground as you stare into the fire. And for a minute, you kind of sit there just staring, thinking about your home. How long has it been? I should probably wake Ran up.
So I'll go over and she just kind of shakes her head and, rotates her shoulders a little bit, trying to make sure she doesn't look shaken. And she goes over to Ran.
And cast light on his eye patch.
No, she's not going to do that. She's going to go over to Ran and say, just, hey, it's time for your watch. Ran.
I mean, yeah, okay. Ran rolls around a little bit and kind of yawns and stretches and slowly gets himself up and nods at you, kind of. Oh, everything's good? Yeah.
Yeah, everything was fine. It's starting to get a little bit colder, so I'm gonna just go into the woods just a little bit, maybe pick up some more branches, throw them in the fire, and then I'm gonna go to bed. I cast light on a rock over there to give us a little bit more of a view in case anything was to happen. So
just gonna nod approvingly. Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah. Okay. And then just shuffle over to the fire and wrap my stuff around me, all toasty, and just kind of sit by the fire and poke it with a stick.
Okay. Are you doing anything else during your watch?
Throughout the night, I'm gonna tinker with my gun a little bit, kind of clean it a little bit. Just look around, poke the fire with my stick. That's about it.
Good weapon maintenance. I like it. Kind of disassemble it and clean it out with, a proper gunslinger would have a little cleaning kit and some oils and things like that. So you take it apart and scrub everything out, get all of that kind of residue from the gunpowder out of the barrel and the chamber and all of that.
Mostly just making sure to make it shiny.
Of course.
Yeah.
Shiny. And the rest of your watch goes smoothly, and you begin to hear birds chirping as that pre-dawn hour kind of comes. The sky's turning a lighter blue.
Rand's still, barely keeping his eyes open throughout the night, but cleaning away and trying to keep himself busy. Starts nudging people with his feet, gets up and goes over to each one and nudges them with his foot, kind of poking Braun with his foot a little bit, just on his shoulder. Hey, it's morning. Let's go.
As you poke Braun, and how when you nudge somebody that's asleep, they kind of move and then kind of move back, there's a little bit of wiggle to it. But as you kick Braun, it's just kicking a rock. He doesn't move.
I'll give him a couple little nudges with my foot, and then I'll go over to Jet and do the same thing. Just give her a little nudge. Back to Jet. Jane, do the same thing.
You notice Jet's added some red flowers to her hair to complement the white ones that were there previously.
And then a little poke on Jane, waking her up.
Jane is back to cuddling with her book.
Just nudging her enough that she, hopefully will wake up a little bit, and then just walking off and packing up my stuff.
Does Jane have any of the fire spell books left? That would be warm, because those books are hot.
Oh, I think I do have from the first group of books that you gave me.
From the ones before the big set of them, I think there was a spell book in there.
There was one that had a fire spell in it. So she's probably cuddling that one.
Oh,
that's cute.
Jane's freaking adorable.
Are you guys only realizing this now? I'm super adorable.
So
that was complimentary. I agree. You are super adorable. Anyway.
Responsible campers, and you put out your fire. Whatever embers are left.
I guess if we have to.
Only you can prevent forest fires. Don't make me send more trees after you. Next time it'll be more than one.
You pissed off the forest enough. Do you want to deal with more?
We just walking. We didn't do anything. That was a monster, not a forest. If we burn it down, there's no trees to attack us.
Smart.
Noise.
Except for the ooze trees that are fire resistant. I'm pretty sure they'll come after you.
Then we'll know exactly where they are, though, because the rest of the trees won't be in the way. Haha!
Okay, yeah, okay, sure.
Anyway, we put out the fire. We put out the fire, close up our camp like good, responsible, normal humans. Normal humans.
I'm heading back off down the trail, heading to the south towards Narby. Any of you doing anything in particular besides normal conversation?
Kicking
Ron's
rocks.
checking out his new bruises that he has inevitably obtained since yesterday.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, the big one wrapped around his torso.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's sore.
Oh, yeah, he's sore. He's flexing and stretching out while he walks, trying to limber back up.
And you guys continue, and this day goes smoothly as well, as does the one following. Don't run into anything in particular. Nights seem to go smooth, though. Pretty cool and breezy. On the fourth day, as you're traveling, it's about midday through your fourth day of travel, and who's leading here? Who's keeping an eye out on the road as you guys move forward?
Since it's probably been enough time, it likely is Jane, but instead of utilizing the whole time all at once, the whole full hour, 4 hours all at once, she's probably going up for like 10 to 20 minutes at a time, then coming back down for like 10 to 20 minutes.
Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
13?
Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, he's not hiding well at all. You spot as you're flying up what looks like a goblin hiding behind a tree. I'm gonna move you guys back on the path here. We'll say this tree over here. I don't want to do the math on the distance. So he's kind of like ducking behind this tree here. And as you look around, you don't really see any other goblins. It's just like this one hiding behind this tree here.
So I'm just gonna fly back down real quick and stop everyone and be like, hey, there's a goblin hiding behind that tree up there. I'm gonna point to the tree. I don't know what his intentions are, but usually people who are hiding don't have good ones.
Rand pulls out his gun.
Unless it's scared.
That's true. He could be scared, but
He should be scared. Rand brandishes his gun. Anyone speak goblin?
I mean, we can see if he speaks common. I'm gonna go closer to the tree. Like right there. And I'm gonna just shout to the guy, like, hey, we can see you. Do you need help? Are you scared? Were you gonna try and rob us? I promise it's not gonna end well if it's that last one.
Goblin was giant for a second.
I was about to say, I was like, oh, he's a big boy.
With Jane walking up forward and approaching, Rand, despite his, animosity with Jane, is going to follow along a little bit closer, just to kind of stay in range to make sure she's okay.
Okay.
He's not going to admit that he's doing that for that reason, though.
As you shout that out, he kind of like jumps out into the middle of the road here, like runs out and turns towards you. Ah! I demand tribute as king of the road! And you can see he has like this old rug that he's like wearing as a cape, and this kind of like short sword that's all rusted and dinged and things like that. And he's kind of holding it out to you, demanding tribute as he calls himself the king of the road.
King of the road? Who do you think you are?
It's my road! Give me tribute!
No.
If you are a king, then where is your crown?
He just kind of was like stuck in the middle of the road, now realizing that like you guys are way more armed and armored and bigger than him. I have backup.
Rand's just gonna start walking past him.
Jane is gonna fly up and over him.
Rand, as you walk past, he kind of like comes over to you and like takes a swipe at you. I said, give me tribute.
No. Rand's gonna...
He rolls a natural one, so you just kind of, you don't even like, it's so nonchalant, you just kind of like sidestep out of the way as he's like screaming frantically.
Okay, buddy. And Rand just kind of saunters, okay, fella. Just keeps on going.
And as Braun approaches, he kind of and runs back off into the woods.
Jane's just gonna land and just turn back around at everyone and be like, yeah, I kind of feel sorry for him.
What do you mean? He's got a whole kingdom.
She's just gonna narrow her eyes at Rand and then roll her eyes and just be like, he clearly is working through something right now.
I'm gonna turn and yell into the bushes. Find the crown for next time, and maybe you polish your sword. Make it look a little
Bullying this
better.
poor goblin. Rand, your passive perception's like super high, right? Yeah, 21.
Yeah.
Rand's the only one that hears it, but you can hear like faint crying off a few trees deeper off the side of the road.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm gonna pull a flower out of my hair and put it on the ground and say, "This is for you, Your Majesty."
Yeah, I'm gonna take like 5 copper out of my bag and place it next to the flower as a tribute as well.
Rand's? Damn it. I was gonna do something heartfelt, but now they've done so much. Now I feel like I gotta go the opposite way. Because now I feel like picking up the flower and taking it. No,
Don't you dare.
Rand just shrugs and keeps walking.
And Jet and Jane, as you guys kind of like place those down, you can kind of see his little goblin head stick out from behind that tree trunk. Eyes a little bit watery, and he's just kind of watching you, waiting for you to leave.
I'm just gonna smile at him real quick.
And do like a little curtsy and move on.
Actually, I have an even better idea. Can I... Weird question. Actually, let me look at my character sheet real quick for Cinder.
It's D&D. Whatever question you have, I promise you, is probably not that weird.
I just want to know if Cinder could carry over the 5 copper pieces and the flower to the goblin.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, I'm gonna send Cinder over to the goblin with like the little flower in his mouth and like the little copper pieces, however, and just have him rest them over by the goblin, and then back over to me and then jump up on my shoulder.
And the goblin kind of reaches out from behind the tree and picks him up and looks at the flower before like fully hiding behind it again. Anything else?
I don't know why you guys are indulging him.
Yeah, he's not bad guy.
He tried to demand a tribute for an open road.
Yeah, but with that sword and no crown? Ah, come on.
I'm not saying he's a threat. I'm just saying, why are you bothering indulging him?
Who knows? Maybe he'll be better.
Mm-hmm.
Jane just looks over and says, sometimes a little bit of kindness can turn the waters to your favor. All it takes is a ripple to become a wave.
Well, if you're gonna do it, at least do it.
Oh my god.
If you're gonna do it, at least do it. Rand grabs a gold and flips it off into the bush. And then starts walking off.
And
Roll
thus
a-
the economy
roll a
has been
dexterity check.
imbalanced.
Boom. Pardon me?
Roll a dexterity check?
Check. Is that the up top?
Yeah. It's your +5, I think.
23.
So you flick it, and it goes quite far enough to like right by that tree.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see the goblin kind of run out from behind the tree, grab it, and then like run back.
Your Majesty! Behind my back as I keep walking away.
See, was that so hard?
I mean, I just didn't want him thinking we were cheapskates.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta keep the image up, you know. So you guys continue traveling. The following evening goes smoothly, as well as the next day, and just in the afternoon, you begin to see the walls of Narby. Extremely large city, stretches for miles with large stone walls. If there was a New York City of D&D, this would be it.
Well, this is Narby. It's more impressive than the tales make it seem.
Yeah, it's pretty great, isn't it?
Indeed, it is. Can't believe you grew up here.
She just kind of turns to look at Braun and it's just like, what do you mean by that?
I mean, it's impressive city. You know, Bron grew up in the forest. Not many buildings. It's, you live here seems like too many people for Bron.
Jane's mostly satisfied with that answer, and she just says, well, we moved here when I was very little. I don't remember much of where my parents came from, but I grew up here. This is where I attended school. This is where I made friends and, you know, shopped and did all that stuff. And there's so much entertainment around here, so much to do. And I'm really glad that so far it seems like everything's okay.
Where's the best gambling, though?
I wouldn't know. I left here when I was only 20.
Of course you wouldn't. Ren just walks off towards the gates.
You know, you don't have to stay with us. You can just go find your gambling and your women and your taverns, and we'll do all of the heavy lifting as usual.
Ren waves his hand in the air as he's walking off and just goes, "Oh, way ahead of you."
Okay. Here's the fun part. So if you need reference in the Discord, I've sent downtime activities. You are now in the city. Extremely large city. To do what you will with the time you have.
About what time of day did we make it to Nerby?
Just afternoon, around 3, 4.
So Jane is going to turn to the other two, since Ran has wandered off to Lord knows where. And she's just gonna say, I know some of the best places to eat food. Actually, my parents, they run a restaurant. Would you guys want to maybe have food there?
Yes.
Cool, great. Yes, this is good. This is good. Yeah. It's been 4 years since I've been here, but I think I can remember my way back. Let's go. Yeah.
Neither the way.
And so Jane's just gonna start, like, walking down the streets, looking at places, looking for landmarks that she recognizes, hoping that not a whole lot has changed since the last time she was there.
Not a lot has. Not in 4 years. Some shops appear to have new storefronts, but layout of the city hasn't changed.
Okay, so she's gonna navigate them to the restaurant that her parents own.
Okay. We'll circle back to that since that involves 3 of the 4. While I take care of the gambling addict, Dice Mom, since this is your home and your parents' restaurant and everything, I want you to be thinking about what the restaurant is like. What does it look like and things like that. That way you can describe it for us when we get there.
Absolutely.
Gambling addict.
Yes.
This is a big town.
Yeah.
It is extremely easy to find taverns with people gambling and things like that.
Yeah.
It's also a bit different than what you're used to. The mentality of the people here. Most tend to be kind of short, mind your own business, very New York City-esque.
Mm-hmm.
But you do go find.
Rand's gonna try to look for like the biggest hotel you could find in New York, right? Like he's looking for a bigger building, biggest, fanciest looking inn.
So you want to go gambling at like a fancy tavern?
Exactly. Okay. He's looking for where he thinks he might find a good game.
and the mob. Yeah, I mean, it's you kind of make your way, and it takes you a bit of time to kind of walk through the city this large, but you find yourself in a more upscale area, and you find yourself a table to play at. How much are you wanting to spend?
200 gold.
And nobody at the table is surprised. That's an appropriate amount for the scene that you're at.
And Rand is gonna kibitz about, drink a little bit and, try to make some friends, joke around a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now he wants to make friends.
Well, table friends.
Right. Acquaintances.
Rude.
You could always use more drinking buddies.
Gambling buddies.
So as you're playing, go ahead and roll your insight check to read the players at the table.
Mm-hmm. 24. Rand eyes up the group at the table. Getting a read.
Roll your deception check for your bluffs.
Rand never bluffs. But when he does, he does it well with a 19.
I feel like Ran is in a perpetual state of bluffing.
Hold on, I've lost the die that I need for these rolls. Here it is.
Rand keeps a perfect poker face at any moment.
He thinks he does, that's for sure. Roll an intimidation check for those big bets.
Rand's not feeling very intimidating. He's been a little tired. He's only got a 5.
You're down 100 gold at the moment.
Damn.
These big city gamblers are seeing right through you. You continue to play.
Did you just ask me?
Do you continue to play?
Oh, yeah. All night. All day.
Okay. Go ahead and roll another insight check.
I feel bad. I don't want to take over the game here doing this, but Rand was going to continue to play. Insight again. 9.
It's fine. We're only going to do a couple more rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Deception.
24.
And intimidation.
4.
You're now out the other 100 of the 200 you intended to spend.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's going down rapidly. At which point, Rand, looking a little flustered, gets a fresh drink and throws down another 100 gold to keep it rolling.
Okay. Insight first.
20. Dirty.
Deception.
20. Dirty.
Intimidation.
19.
You break even here.
Rand takes a break and goes off to get some food.
As you get up to leave one of the tables, one of the gentlemen, can't handle it, can you?
Rand stops in his tracks and immediately turns around. Can't handle what?
Running a little bit low on coin, buddy.
I just wanted a snack.
All right, sure.
Rand comes and sits right back down and puts another 100 down on the table.
Mm-hmm. Insight.
Son of a bitch. 18.
Deception.
Mm-hmm. 16.
Intimidation.
5.
I rolled really high on all of mine. Rand, how much gold do you have left?
Gold specifically?
Gold specifically. I'm not too worried about silver and copper,
136.
neither of these people. 136.
Well, I also have platinum.
Oh, okay. At what point would you call a hard stop on this?
Oh, I don't think Ran would.
Okay.
So if I just lost, I'm assuming I lost my 100 there.
You lost your 100 and kept going.
Yeah.
And lost more.
Well, no, I was breaking even. I walked away. I came back and put down another 100. I'm assuming I lost it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so now I'm down to 36 gold.
Yep.
Rand's gonna glare at the guy. Just be like, I'm gonna get that snack now. And walks off.
Have fun.
I'll be back.
Appreciate the business. Sure you will. So the other three of you head to Jane's family restaurant. And what's it like?
So we weave and go through a couple of alleyways and streets, and eventually we make our way to kind of like a little bit more of an open area, a little bit more rustic looking. And as we go up that way, you see a building up ahead with a large sign that just has like a big apple tree with just a singular apple hanging from the lower branches, and the other branches have like flowers on them, just carved into the wooden sign. And that's the restaurant. But you also see across from that, kind of tall and towering and a little less welcoming looking, a rather large library. And Jane kind of leads you guys over towards the restaurant with the sign. And as you approach, you can kind of smell what smells kind of like, fish and pastries and those kinds of scents emanating from within the restaurant. And she kind of hesitates at the door, looks over her shoulder at the library for a little bit, and then she pulls the door open. And she knows this one is a pull, not a push, because she worked here when she was a teenager. And she just kind of like a little hesitantly, opens the door and steps inside, and you see some wooden tables set out. They're all kind of circular with like half moon benches and a large hearth fireplace kind of in the center. And there's a bar set up to the left, and you kind of see, it's not super duper like fancy or anything, and you kind of see this man standing back there talking with some of the patrons. And he looks up and he looks over at Jane, and all of a sudden he disappears, and he comes running around the bar, and you see that he is basically like at level with the bar. He is not taller than it. He was definitely standing on like a bench behind the bar so he can talk to patrons above it. And he comes over and he just gives Jane a big hug. And he's not much taller than her. He's probably another like couple of inches taller.
Jane, honey, how have you been?
Hey, Dad.
You're back.
Yeah, I had to check on something. I'm not back for good though right now.
Oh, what'd you have to check on, honey? Everything okay? You doing all right?
We can talk about it later. I wanted to show some of my friends the restaurant, and she just kind of looks over at Jatoria and Braun. And
your friends, you guys, you're a big one. Pointing at Braun.
Yes, Dad. This is Braun and this is Jatoria, and we're kind of on an adventure together. Braun. Oh, Jatoria. This is my dad, Alder. Where's Mom? Is she here?
Oh yeah, she's in the back. I'll go get her. Jane still keep her nose in those books, and he kind of like rubs your head a little bit. Super embarrassing parent moment.
Yes, Dad. I do still keep my nose in the books.
Okay, I'll go get your mother. Goes to the back.
And then as he's doing that, I'm gonna kind of lead Jatoria and Braun over to a table kind of near where like the door to the kitchen would be, and sit down so we can kind of get a load off our feet because we've been walking a good bit, obviously.
And it's at that moment that your mom kind of comes scrambling from behind the bar. Oh, honey, you're home! And she comes and gives you like a big old hug, almost knocking you like off of the stool you're sitting on.
Hey, Mom. It's good to see you again. I've missed you and Dad.
You doing okay, kiddo?
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
Got enough money? You don't look like you've been eating a lot.
Mom, I'm eating fine. Are you and Dad and Grandpa gonna be at the house later today? Because I have something I wanna talk to you about.
Oh yeah. We go home. We don't sleep here, honey.
I know. I just wasn't sure if you were working late or, you know.
I mean, it's possible we'll close up when it slows down. You know how it goes.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm fine. These are my friends, Jatoria and Braun, and she points at them and she says, this is my mom, Lavinia Apple Blossom.
Oh, honey, you're beautiful. I love your little flowers.
Thank you.
So yeah, we just got into town today, and we've been walking a good couple of days, and we figured it would be a good time to get a nice meal.
Oh, of course, anything you guys want, just let your father know, and it's on the house.
Mom, you don't have to do that.
That's family.
No. Please let us pay.
It's family. Don't worry about it.
I just lean over to Jatoria real quick and be like, don't worry, I'll figure it out.
Okay.
And I am going to just kind of like look over at my mom and just be like, do you guys still do like those really, really like crumbly and buttery shepherd's pies?
Oh yeah, of course. We do it with real lamb now. No more of that cheap stuff.
Oh, really? A new butcher must have come into town because I know the last guy wasn't very reliable.
Oh, that guy? Yeah, he's gone.
Oh.
Already got it in with the mafia down there, the gambling at that hotel tavern.
Well, you know, at least now we have better meat selections.
Yeah, it's much fresher.
I'll take one of those, please.
Yeah, get you one. What about you two? What do you two want?
I'll take 2.
Huh?
Please.
Yeah, of course. I'm glad to see you eating. Jane here. You know, she could use 2 of them too, but what about you, big guy? I'm sure you want 4, don't you?
Pie sounds lovely.
Well, it's not pie. Like, you know what shepherd's pie is, right?
Yes.
Okay, it's like meat and vegetables. It's not like... Oh, okay, I'll go start working on it. Y'all just enjoy. Let us know if you need anything to drink.
Thanks, Mom. Thank you.
I get your dad to bring a bottle of wine too.
Mom, you know I don't drink.
She's already gone.
Those are my parents for you.
They're very nice people.
Yeah, they are. They are. I'm sure it's hard with me being gone, and I have I have 4 younger brothers. I'm surprised I don't see any of them around here. I figured the older ones, the triplets, would be working here by now. They should be 14. That's about when I started working here.
Triplets. Oof.
Yeah, they wanted one more and they got 3, and then my youngest brother, Reed, he was really a surprise. So they went from wanting just 2 kids to having 5.
And as Jane's explaining this, you guys kind of see past Jane these little halflings kind of running around delivering food, but they're not like serving the people. They're just kind of runners running food out from the kitchen and stuff like that. The father appears to be like the face.
Oh, does Jane see them?
Not really.
Your back's like to them?
Yeah, your back's kind of like turned to most of the restaurant.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Are those them?
She's gonna kind of like look over her shoulder. Are they still there?
Yeah, they're just running around.
Yeah, she's gonna look at them and be like, "Oh yeah, I guess they are working here. About time." They always thought that because there were more of them than me, that they were gonna like grow up to protect me from the bad things that happened. But it was cute. It was cute when they were younger, and we'd play like Princess and the Knights, and I was always trapped in a tower guarded by a dragon, and they'd all kill the dragon and then set me free. And then the king would give them money, and my dad would toss them all each a copper, and they'd run off to the candy store. It was cute.
Oh, cute little boys.
Not so little anymore.
No, not so little. But still family.
Eventually, your bottle of wine and your multitude of shepherd's pies are brought out. And they bring more than you asked for.
Yeah, of course they do.
Along with some other kind of like vegetable trays and things like that. You guys kind of enjoy your meal. Rand, what are you doing?
Ran upon like finding a hotel restaurant-y type area and getting something to eat, though he's pretty indiscriminate, doesn't really care. He's just kind of trying to figure out where he went wrong at the table. It's gonna go back to the table.
Oh, you're back.
Of course I'm back. I told you I would.
You got enough gold?
How much is enough?
Buying's 200 for the next round.
How many platinum is a gold? 10. 10 gold
10
per platinum? Ah, shit.
You don't got enough, little buddy?
Not today.
I'll make you a deal. You play, I'll cover you this hand. Come play.
Ryan's gonna look at him suspiciously, because I feel like he's lying to me.
Make an insight check.
Insight. 15.
It's not lying to you. He'll cover you this hand. Probably some ulterior motives, though.
Yeah, well, that's what Rand is figuring. Rand's like, I'll come back another night.
Nah, you should come on. Come play. Come play. It's fine. I got you. Don't worry about it.
I said I'll come back another night. Rand backs away a little bit.
That's up to you, little guy. Have a good one.
All right.
Yeah, however much gold you got left.
Rand's just gonna walk out the door and go looking for another inn that's smaller for more games. Rand needs a lighter table, a less mob-infested table. But Rand's just gonna wander the streets a little bit, looking around at the inns and taking in the city a little bit, trying to get a bead on it, finding where the best gambling spots might be in the future.
It's getting late. Rand, you do find a bit of a smaller table, some easier players, and you manage to get yourself. Let's roll one of these. You managed to get yourself 15 gold from the smaller location. And the rest of you finish your meal, and it's getting late at this point.
Well, we should probably find a place to stay the night. Do you, Jane, do you know of any good inns around here?
Yeah, I definitely know of a few good inns. I'm probably gonna stay at my parents' house. Well, as long as they haven't turned my room into like a sewing room or something. I could see if maybe there's room for you guys to stay too.
Oh, we don't want to impose.
Yeah, I don't.
Bron's a little big.
Fair point.
And I'm a little loud.
There's an inn nearby for sure. I can take you guys there. I do want to talk with my family tonight. I want to talk with them about what I saw. Just to, see if anything strange is happening. And I think I want to talk to my grandfather about that tree that we came across. He might know more. I'm not sure.
Does your grandpa know magic too?
Well, that library that's across the street, and she kind of like nods over towards where the library would be. He is the proprietor of that library, and it's my legacy to take it over when he's ready to retire. Which, you'd think, oh, Jane, that's going to be great for you. You love books. And I do. That's where I learned to love books. It's just kind of daunting,
Mm-hmm.
Kind of why I left home, actually. I wanted to get some more life experience under my belt before I settled down here.
Makes sense.
But anyways, I digress. And I'll ask and see if there's been any word from your homes too. This is a huge trade city. I'm sure if anything crazy was happening where you guys are from, there'd be word of it here, hopefully.
That would be very nice of you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'll take you guys over to the tavern. I'm going to sneak some money into the register where they keep it here, because I know where that is. And then, actually, I'll stay in the inn too. It's probably best that we all stay in one place together just in case something happens. Are either of you guys gonna go look for Ran?
Nah, he's city. He'll be fine. He seemed
I'm
pretty
sure.
confident when he walked off.
Yeah, we'll run into him eventually.
It is a big city, but yeah. Okay. Let's go over that way. We'll get you guys situated in your rooms. Real quick though, I'm gonna go do the thing. And she's gonna literally expand one of her points of Misty Step and like real quick go over there, put the money in, come back.
So you just you poof over and drop the coins in the register and then poof, hurry up back. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Almost looks like you're
Absolutely, sure.
robbing them, probably. Jeepers.
You guys make your way to this inn that's relatively close, and as you enter, kind of look around for moments. A bit busy at this time. It's starting to get late. The late night crowd, and you spot a familiar halfling at the gambling table. Because why wouldn't you?
Had a feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Huzzah! Got him again. Ran excitedly.
And he looks like he's winning. Yeah, he looks like he's winning.
Back on. Ran's back, baby! Screaming off in the corner.
Jane is walking right past it, trying to completely ignore what's happening. and she's just gonna go up to like the desk or the bar or wherever the owner would be or proprietor would be and ask about rooms.
Oh yeah, we got plenty of rooms. How many do you guys need?
She's gonna look back over at Jet and Braun and ask Jet if she wants to room together again.
Sounds good. Thumbs up.
I think we only need 2.
Just 2 rooms. All right. Yeah, no problem. Just for one night here.
Yeah, I think one night's all we'll need.
Sure.
If we need more, we'll let you know.
Or just be a silver night then. So 2 silver for the 2 rooms.
All right, Jane's gonna take the silver out and place them on the counter.
So you have your rooms. You guys head up. They're not lavish by any means, but they're certainly not the cheapest rooms in town. They're relatively nice. Bed is barely big enough for you, Braun. Feet kind of hang off the edge a little bit. Jet and Jane, you have your room there. And Ran, most of the people at the table have kind of called it a night and left. Are you staying here?
You guys are all done? You guys, what do you mean? I was on a roll.
Hey man, it's late. Some of us got jobs.
Fine. Same time tomorrow? Pointing at...
If I'll be here, one of them says.
My guy. Ran, like, raises a drink to them and walks off to the bartender, innkeeper, whomever, and says, "Can I get a room tonight?"
Yeah, 1 silver. I got you a room upstairs.
Rand flips him 3 silver because he's feeling spicy after a few gold win.
Down like 200.
That was a different experience. Rand gets excited for every win. That's what it's about. Rand, with his little puff chest, getting his 5 gold, winning his little 15 gold or whatever it was, wanders off to his room and calls it a night.
And as you do, and you get up there and you kind of count your winnings, it's at that moment that you notice you're missing 3 platinum.
What?
8 gold.
What?
20 silver.
What?
And all of your copper seems to be there.
Oh, I'm gonna touch my copper. Damn.
It doesn't make sense because you didn't bet any platinum, so how could your platinum be missing?
Rand, realizing he's been robbed, runs down the stairs looking around for any of the people who were at his table before earlier.
None of them are there. They've all left.
Rand's, is it still the same bartender? Or person? Do you know those guys I was playing with?
Oh, those guys, they come in here every night.
Every night?
Pretty much, most of them. Some nights, not all of them.
Are they on the up and up?
What do you mean?
I'm missing. I'm a little light tonight. And he shakes his little money bag.
Not from anybody here. Those guys are always good. Been here for a long time. Ain't nobody ever have money go missing.
Alright. I'm gonna talk to them tomorrow.
Okay, not sure what you're gonna get out of them, but
Well, maybe they'll have an idea.
okay.
I don't know.
Sure.
Rand suspiciously strokes his chin, twists his mustache. I appreciate the help, and then walks off again.
And I don't think any of you should be missing anything, but go ahead and take a long rest in case. I know you missed these steps.
Jane was going to her parents' place to let them know about what she saw and all that.
Yeah.
I get my grit back, but also Rand's gonna pack up all his stuff real tight and like sleep on his gold pouch tonight.
So you head to your family house. Everybody's there. Oh, honey, I'm so glad that you're back in town. It's good to see your face.
Yeah, Mom. I'm glad to be back too. I told Dad I didn't get a chance to tell you. I'm not gonna stay for too long. Probably just a day or a night. But a few days ago, about a week now, I was attending a concert, and that's where I met my friends. And
Drinking buddies.
Jane has friends. And she was not referring to Ran, by the way. She was referring to Braun and Jet.
I know.
That's where I met my friends at. And a couple of days after the concert, the performer went missing. And through an unfortunate
Terrible.
series of events, we were tasked with finding her. And we managed to find her at the bottom of this weird, like, dungeon stronghold inside the wall of a ravine. And
Wow, that's
yeah, it was a lot. But at one point, in order to pass through to the next room, we had to drink this water from this fountain.
honey. You told me you don't drink.
It was water, Mom.
Oh, okay. You sure you don't want a glass of wine?
I'm sure.
You're old
fine.
enough now.
Mom, I know I'm old enough, but I'm good. I'm fine. But the water in this fountain made me and the others that were there with me have a vision, and we each saw.
So you don't drink, but you're doing drugs?
Mom, this is
You
serious.
having visions?
It was obviously.
I'm sorry, honey. Go ahead. You tell me a story.
I don't know if what I saw is something that's to come or if it's even real, but Narby was engulfed in flames. And the others that were there, they saw their hometowns too. Some were burning, some experiencing famine and drought. It was scary, and I just want to make sure that everything here seems normal, everything seems okay.
Well, the city is not on fire, but it sounds like whatever drugs you guys were doing was not the right ones.
Mom, we weren't doing drugs. We were adventuring, okay? We were adventurers.
You trust your friends, right?
Mom, I was the first one to take a drink from the fountain. We needed to do it in order to get into the next room. There were puzzles everywhere, most of which I solved, but that's neither here nor there. It
Well,
really
you always were
rattled
smart.
me.
Well, honey, I get the city's not on fire, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. It sounds like whatever this water was that you had was probably had something in it, you know?
I mean, sure, it was magically inclined. There was some sort of spell placed on the water for sure, but that's why we're here. But we're traveling to each of our hometowns just to make sure everything's okay. And I want you and Dad and Grandpa to promise me if something happens, you need to contact me by any means necessary.
Of course, we'll let you know if something goes wrong, but the city is not on fire. I don't know what you're so worried about. Maybe you just need to relax, honey. Take a load off. Stay home for a bit.
Mom, you know I can't stay home right now. I've got to keep traveling just a little bit longer. You know, I know Grandpa's not going to be retiring right away, but I need to get some more experience under my belt before I take on that task.
Narby's a big city. You can get tons of experience here. I'll send you over. You can work at Jimmy's instead of the restaurant. Get some experience over there.
Mom, you know it's not the same.
I know, but I just miss you, kid.
I miss you too, and I'll try and write more. I know I should be writing to you guys more.
But make sure you eat some more too. You're looking thin.
I'm eating plenty, Mom.
You walk all the way here from wherever you were?
Well, I flew a little.
You flew a little. You could
She's
fly.
gonna just kind of like use her boots real quick there in the living room and just kind of like hover above the ground and kind of like show them off.
Oh, you got magical boots now. Okay.
I do.
So you didn't walk the whole way because you know that burns a lot of the extra energy from the food. So you gotta
Mom,
eat more
yeah,
when you.
I'm doing fine. I'm not emaciated. I might be a little thin, but I'm still growing. I'm still a growing girl, right?
Yeah, and a growing girl needs to eat, honey. You got to eat some more, okay?
I promise I will eat more.
Okay, thank you. That's all I needed to hear. I'll let you know if the city bursts into flames. I don't see that happening in the near future, but I'll let you know, honey, by any means necessary, okay? Since that's what you're worried about.
All right. And who is with Jane right now that she's talking to? Is it just her mom and dad?
At the moment, yeah, you're kind of in the kitchen with them, and they're
Okay.
cleaning the house a little bit. Dad's kind of organizing some stuff in the kitchen, putting things away, probably from the restaurant, and you're kind of sitting at the table with mom at the moment.
So she's just gonna look up and be like, "Hey, is Grandpa around? Is he over at the library right now?"
Oh, the old man. I don't know if he's still at the library. He might be upstairs. He might have gone to bed early. He gets a little bit sleepy, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna go talk to him real quick because I have some other questions for him.
Okay, go see if he's upstairs, and if not, he's probably still at the library. Probably fell asleep in a book or something.
Yeah, sounds familiar. And she'll make her way up the stairs and go over to her grandfather's room. First, she's gonna peek in her old room real quick to see if anything changed.
They've redecorated a little bit, but it's still a bedroom. They've turned it kind of into a, you know how you can move out your parents, turn your room into like a guest room, right?
Okay, yeah. And
some of your things are still in there, but it's redecorated.
Gotcha. And then she's just gonna knock on her grandfather's door real quick.
Yeah.
Hey, Grandpa, it's Jane.
Jane? What you... and you can kind of hear some groans. He's getting out of bed and comes to the door. Jane! What are you doing here?
Well, I had to come and just make sure everything was okay here.
Everything's fine. You look thin.
Grandpa, I already had this conversation with Mom. I'm fine. I'm eating plenty. I'm doing well. I'm healthy.
Fine. I'm not gonna... I know she goes on about it. She tells me I need to eat more too. It's fine.
I know.
What are you doing? What are you doing here?
So, and I talked to Mom and Dad about this a little bit, but while I was out, in the world, seeing what all's out there to do, I managed to get kind of recruited on a rescue mission, and part of that mission involved solving a lot of puzzles, and one of the puzzles involved drinking some water from a magic fountain that gave you a vision, and the vision that I saw was Narby on fire, so I'm here just to make sure everything's okay.
Well, nope, city is not on fire as far as I know.
Yeah, Grandpa, I know, I can see that, but I just had to check, I had to see for myself. But I also have these books that I found, and I wanted to see if you knew anything about them. And she's going to specifically take out one of the fully blank books, one of the fully empty books.
Well, it's an empty book, but why don't you come by the library tomorrow and I'll take a better look at them. I'm a little bit tired right now.
All right, I will. How early do you think you'll be there tomorrow?
I don't know. I get breakfast and I usually head over there.
Okay, yeah. I will see you in the morning then. Sleep well.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah. I'll see you, Jane.
Nice seeing you, Grandpa. Have a good night.
Love you too, kiddo. Hey, you need any gold? You good? You good on gold? I got some.
No, I'm
Need a little
fine.
bit of coin. Okay. All right.
And she's just gonna close the door quietly and head back downstairs and say goodbye to her parents, and then head back to the inn.
Okay. And now everybody can take their long rests
I might have already pressed it.
if you haven't already. Yeah, I mean, you
Yeah.
guys, if you haven't already.
Catching up with Randall, like,
Oh my God.
Gold in one hand, pistol in the other.
mm-hmm. Goddamn right.
You all awake in the morning, and then begin to head downstairs for breakfast. But Ran, as you wake up and you get ready to leave, you see a small piece of parchment folded and slid onto your door.
Ran curiously inspects the parchment.
Says, "Hey, little man. Heard you're looking for some coin. Come see me tonight. I'll see you at the Toppled Chair, which was the inn that the richer one."
Toppled chair.
Mm.
Ran crumples the note in his hand, livid, realizing that it was the jabronis at the toppled chair who stole his gold. Throws the note on the ground and then storms out into the lobby of the place and orders breakfast, grumbling the whole way. He's still hungry. The note has a bit of
So
an
you
accent. Yeah.
I know. I was like, it's hard to break it once you start. Do it for so long. Damn it, leave me alone.
I know. I just thought it was funny.
I was just doing it. I was just doing the accent for like an hour straight. What do you want from me?
Look, I didn't ask you to do an accent for Jane's parents.
When it's in
I
a
never
note-
specified like who they
Yeah,
were, where they're from.
Jane's they're from New York City, so got to give them
New York.
some.
Okay.
In future, in note form, I would like a TTS type voice. That'd be great. Thank you.
Oh, gross. Would y'all head downstairs?
Rand goes down to order breakfast and grumbling and thinking about the note and just. Actually,
So you all run into each other downstairs as per usual. Some taking a bit longer than others. The day and the scene is yours.
Rand's angrily eating eggs, just like stamping his plate, making a ruckus, and sitting in the corner, just fucking. He's mad as heck.
Oh, honey, are you upset because you broke your eggs before? Now you got to take it out on those ones. I'm just kidding.
I dare you bring up my eggs again.
Anyways, sorry, it's yours. Feel free to talk.
As I come downstairs, I'll see Bran there angrily eating. So I'm gonna order a breakfast and sit down at the table beside him. Not a good night gambling?
Hey, you guys are here too?
Yeah. Funny seeing you here. Thought you'd be at the fancier place.
I started out there. And I don't know. I don't think that was a straight game. I'm down a little money, and they left me a note, and I don't think they're on the up and up, but I'm going back and I'm getting my money back.
All right, you have fun with that. If good luck. if they're not on the up and up.
Rand just eats his eggs all angry.
We met Jane's family yesterday.
Jane's family?
Well, she has a family, you know.
What were they like?
Like Jane. Halflings.
Terrible?
They can cook amazing. Incredible cook.
Bunch of jerks?
Ran is so lucky that Jane probably had breakfast at her parents' restaurant.
They like to read too, so perfect match for Jane.
I guess that's where she gets it.
Indeed, it is. Very nice people. Very nice.
I'm sure they're lovely. Rand grumbling and eating eggs. Rand's gonna, well, I guess.
Oh, it's muted. There we go again. What about you, Jet? What are you doing?
I'm assuming I'm sitting with Braun, also eating.
Okay. You're about to say something, Ran.
No, not anymore. Rand's just angrily eating eggs, and I was like poking like whatever's left of his plate, just angry because he's already ate it all, but he's just grumbling.
Okay.
Show
And-
those sons of guns. I'm gonna show them.
As you angrily eat your eggs that are not broken in your bag, and Braun and Jet eat their 4 plates of food combined, and Jane enjoys her family breakfast that she hasn't had in a while. So we'll end the session.
Fair enough. Rand's coming back for vengeance.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
I can see where you're
I
trying to
cannot
build, and
wait.
I'm liking it. I'm digging it. I'm just
You went to the largest gambling table you could find in the city.
Yeah.
You're
Of
gonna
course.
run into some unsavories.
Of course. Like Rand hasn't dealt with that before. Come on. Seasoned gambler, sir. Why do you think I carry a pistol?
Seasoned with like salt and pepper, paprika.
No, Rand's just boiled chicken.
Oh,
All right, pick on Rand. That's fine. That's fine. This is why you're just drinking buddies, not friends.
Just give him some seasoning.
Add a little spice.
Yeah.
All right. So is that it?
Yeah, I
Are
said
we-
we were done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hmm?
You had a lot to say about Rand, so I was just chilling. I don't know.
No.
This is usually how post-game chat goes.
you guys just shitting about Rand. All right, well, thank you all for coming to the very last D&D here at Floods. No, just kidding. Next up, roasting of Rand. Damn it!
Like over a open flame.
Sounds delicious. Yeah.
But you said
We're moving-
boiled
we're
chicken.
moving
What's
from
so delicious?
Boiled, right. We're moving from boiled Rand to roasted Rand.
With butter?
Yeah, definitely. And some like
Slather
thyme
me
and
up better.
sage.
Slather me up. Let's do this. Well, boys and girls, that will be Floods and Dragons for the week. Thank you all so much for hanging out with these jabronis and myself. Siddharthus, would you like to say goodnight and your plug?
Oh, yeah. I'll do my plug
Okay,
first. Are you gonna go through everybody again?
Sure. Yeah.
As usual. Okay. Then I'll do my plug first, then I'll say bye at the end. I'm Zidartis. You can follow me on everything: TikTok, IG, Twitter, Twitch, all that nonsense. Same handle. I do lots of D&D stuff on TikTok, some D&D on my Twitch, but TikTok is the place where I am the most
Active.
Yeah.
Okay, you just kind of trailed off there. The most.
I mean, it's where I am the most.
Oh, okay.
Period. could end there too.
I see. I understand. Dice Mother.
Hi, I'm Original Dice Mom. I play Jane Appleblossom. No, you can find me as Original Dice Mom on pretty much any social media that's worth talking about. If it's not me, they're an imposter, and you should report them to the CIA. But I am Original Dice Mom on pretty much everything: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. obviously Twitch. Yeah, I don't do a lot, but I have fun here.
She does so much, and she's the greatest. Undead Cupcake!
I'm Undead Cupcake with 3s for E's. I stream on Twitch and I'm on all the socials. Extra stabby everywhere.
Actually, this is the least stabby we've seen you when you stabbed a tree multiple times.
I missed a lot. Not on my game.
It's not like you. And of
It
course,
was really just Braun and the tree critting each other.
it was
It
hilarious.
was.
This is slugfest. Speaking
was.
of Mr. Zedekus,
Yes, I am Zedekus. I mostly do university things. But you can follow me on Twitter if you want, at Zedekus, same as on Twitch. Yeah, that's me.
and Zidardus would like to say something to you all before we go.
Oh, yes. As always, we love you all very, very much. Remember to love yourself and love those around you. Be well and be safe. And we will see you here on Monday, barring any emergency circumstances.
Like our DM losing his internet or getting sick.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's been crazy.
I feel so
for
bad
2
for him.
weeks,
And I'm
dude.
like, what's going on, Zidardus? Are you okay? Do you need a hug?
My boss at work was like, hey, you need to talk to HR because you've been missing a lot of days. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to tell you, dude. Like, I know I
sucks.
started like a month and a half ago, but fuck.
Shit.
Yeah.
Well, that will be Bloods and Dragons. As Zidardus said, we will typically be Monday nights, and most of it will get uploaded to YouTube, youtube.com/theflood. I'm actually behind on that this week because of some other reasons. But anyway, we'll get it all caught up, and I appreciate you all joining us for our adventure, as some of us are learning to play. It's a very good time, and we'll see you next week.
Also, don't forget, with enough rage, you can impale someone with anything.
All it takes is a
Bye.
little rage, and your dreams don't have to be memes. Good night, boys and girls. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us on Floods and Dragons. We play live at twitch.tv/theflood on Monday nights. Be sure to subscribe here at youtube.com/theflood to keep up with our latest adventures. Thank you to our DM, Zidardus, and our entire party, Original Dice Mom, Undead Cupcake, and Zedekus. Check the description below so you can follow them up as well. And please remember to leave a comment, and let us know what you think of Floods and Dragons and how we can keep making it better for you. See you next time.